As a freshman, coming into UC Merced, I was anxious but optimistic. During my freshman orientation, I was introduced to the Week of Wilderness program. I've always been an outdoorsy and adventurous kid, and I thought backpacking in Yosemite for 5 days would be a wonderful experience. I hiked through the backwaters of Yosemite with 5 other UC students who would go on to become some of my closest friends. I solidified my love of the wilderness and the majestic Sierra Nevada. 2 years later, I visited the career fair at school. I saw the table for the Yosemite Leadership Program and started talking to the students and staff who had previously participated in this program. They highly recommended it and told me I shouldn't let this opportunity pass. I thought deeply about it and decided this was the best possible way to spend my summer. After several interviews and lots of paperwork, I was selected for an internship position with PISA, Preventative Search and Rescue. I have always been interested in helping and rescuing people. I also love being outdoors with my feet on the trail, and this job required 4 to 14 miles of hiking daily. I was super excited, but still had little idea of what to expect. As soon as I arrived in Yosemite on May 23rd, I got this special feeling. It felt so wonderful to be back in this beautiful park. My heart leaped for joy. All 14 interns spent the first week getting to know one another, walking through the Mariposa Grove, rock climbing, hiking, camping, touring the valley floor, and of course, the amazing barbecues. Before I could rescue injured visitors, I had 2 weeks of intensive training, listening to lots of lectures and practicing hands-on search tactics and rescue techniques. I felt ready to head out on the trail for some action. It was awesome to be working alongside the Yosemite search and rescue professionals. I learned how to tie patients into litters, horse out people with isolated injuries, as well as drive an ambulance. In Tuolumne, I took a technical ropes course on how to rescue climbers, tie anchors, knots, and we even got to practice rappelling. A typical day in Little Yosemite Valley consists of breakfast at 7 a.m., camp chores, and then patrol the trails in the area, either to Half Dome to check permits, Clouds Rest, Nevada Falls, Vernal Falls, or Merced Lake. Another part of my job was to prevent SARS from happening by talking to people on the trail, making sure they have enough food, water, and proper hiking shoes. There's an information table set up at the trail junction between the John Muir Trail and the Mist Trail. The table gives information to all visitors on what they will need and what they should expect for their hike. The most common injury on this trail is a sprained ankle, which could end up in a horse out to the valley. During the first couple weeks of this internship, I got to go on a ride-along with the wildlife crew. I found a great interest in bears in the park and decided to do a project involving the bears in Little Yosemite Valley. In the past, bears have entered campgrounds, ripping up tents and backpacks to get food. I have created a poster to put up near the campgrounds to inform the visitors about bears, wildlife information such as leave no trace, camp rules, and even some Half Dome information, so visitors will be ready for the difficult hike. The more aware visitors are about bears in the park in general, the safer they will be and the better camping experience they will have. As the internship carried on, I got more and more excited for the events to come. I am having so much fun and I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity of living in a national park. Playing on the weekends with my fellow interns, backpacking up to Chilnawalna Falls, climbing, and relaxing in the cabins. During the week, my time is spent in Little Yosemite Valley doing search and rescue along the Half Dome corridor, one of the most popular trails in the park. I have experienced quite a couple of cool search and rescues. I helped horse out this guy in Little Yosemite Valley who had jumped into the river and broken his ankle. I led the horse and cleared the trail for a total of 15 miles to bring the injured guy back to the valley. It was a long day of hiking, but a great rescue experience. Another SAR was a 66-year-old man who had fallen in the river 150 feet away from the drop of Nevada Falls, traveling 90 feet in the rapid swift water and barely grabbing on to the last possible bush. With the help of visitors around the scene, he was able to get out of the raging water before the water swept him over the 600-foot cliff. I was first to arrive on scene, and with the help of one of my team members, Jeremy, we did a patient assessment to make sure he was okay and healthy. With just a couple scrapes on his arms and legs, he was able to hike down the trail shortly after. I also got to participate in a carryout with the Sarsiders, who are expert rescuers. We had a 14-year-old sick boy on the Upper Yosemite Falls Trail. We rushed up the trail, strapped him to the litter, and carried him back down in the most professional way. These experiences I got working with the Yosemite Search and Rescue team are so unique, and I feel honored to have worked with them. This summer internship has been such an eye-opening experience, racing up and down the trails, rescuing injured visitors, and making many visitor contacts, preparing them for their hike. I have grown so much as a person as I feel more connected to this universe, as I have now realized that I am not only a citizen to the environments around me, but a citizen of the world. These past 12 weeks has changed my perspective on life and has made me believe that I can make a difference in the world. I am more grateful for life as I feel more wise, confident, mature, and independent. The Yosemite Leadership Program has set me up for success as I am now ready to take on any challenge. I will never forget my summer in Yosemite. It has changed me forever. Yosemite, LYV5.
LYV5.
I am out of service. Have a good night.
WSS 23.